Angel Monday Live, where I'm going to be pulling some cards for you with a message from the angels for the week ahead. And this week, I've got time to do a couple of audience readings as well. I'm not going to do loads, but I'll do 2 or 3. So if you're watching, you can, and you're on live, you can type me a question that you really would like answered by the angels. So if you've not been here before, I noticed we've got a few more people signed up to my newsletter who get this later in the day, and a few more people who have signed up to Facebook. So welcome to the new followers, and it's lovely to have you here. And I'm Rachel Scoltock. I'm an angel medium. This is my 18th year. This month, September, marks my 18th year of doing this work, which has been a joy every single step of the way. But one of my favorite things to do is to give readings, and I love it, and I've been doing it a really long time, so I know the ins and outs, and dare I say I am good at it. I have to be after so long, right? So I'll be pulling some cards from the Archangel Power Tarot deck by Radley Valentine, just grabbing those out for you. And I've got some Archangel Michael cards out as well, because it feels like an Archangel Michael-y kind of day for us. So before I do the reading, while everybody is coming on live, I just want to, there's a couple of calendar announcements. So this time next week, doors close for my intuitive program, Awaken Your Soul Gifts. This is where you get to spend 4 weeks with me in an immersion where we do healing, clearing out stuck, blocked energy, beliefs, thoughts, behaviors that do not serve you out of your energy, out of your consciousness. We do some work on opening up that intuition, discovering what your intuitive archetype is, and then working with that with 4 different tools for you to bring through detailed messages, both from your soul and from your angels as well. So one of the things that we'll be doing is determining whether or not how to get yes/no answers. You know, when you need a quick answer, and also how to get a more detailed message, because the angels have detailed messages for you. And most people completely miss them, or they just don't understand the sign or the card that they pull when they pull it. So we're getting detailed guidance for your life. And for that, that means that you can use this 4 weeks to really work on something that's important to you, whether you're getting a business launched, whether you're trying to find your life purpose, whether you're trying to heal after a relationship and you don't know what your next steps are, or what you want to do in 2022. I noticed so many people were saying to me, the last couple of months, 2021's almost over, and I had so much hope that it was going to be different from 2020, and we've hit a lot of blocks, and I don't feel like I've achieved anything. I feel like I haven't kicked the goals I wanted to kick this year, and I totally get that, and that's why I wanted to do a round of Awaken Your Soul Gifts with a twist at the end of the year. So we go live on the 5th of October, which is next Tuesday. And if you want to be on that, this is the last time I'm running this for a while. Just get in touch with me, because there's an amazing payment plan, and there's loads of bonuses, including a private reading with me as well. So that said, I'm going to get on now with the reading and what the angels want us most to know this week. So you think about what your intentions are for the week. Really take a minute to take a deep breath and connect with your angelic team and your soul, and make an intention for what you want to realize this week. What do you want to understand? What do you want to grow and expand on? What do you want to release? Because the angels can't help you unless you actually ask. Now, there we go. Facey has done everything differently. This morning I had a bit of a scramble because Facebook Live dashboard had changed, and I was like, oh. Hi Natalie, hello beautiful friend. Hi Cara, lovely to see you here. And Tammy, hey Tammy, welcome. Hello Gustavo, you don't need to keep posting, Gustavo. I don't want to miss anyone's comments. Hi Selena, good morning. Right, I'll save that question for the end, right? So when I pull an individual card for people, I'll save your question for that. For right now, I'm doing a reading for everyone in my angel community. That's the thousands of people that are signed up for my newsletter list. That's the 12 odd thousand people that follow me on social media, and between Instagram and Facebook. So, Archangel Michael, what guidance do you have for us this week? This end of the month, end of the season, or beginning of a new season. We're, we just got through solstice, full moon. It's been quite an intense kind of week. It really has. Now, what they're showing me in my mind's eye as I'm shuffling is that, when you're in an airplane, right, and you see the clouds racing by and you're just sort of going up through the clouds, you can see them sort of until you get to that bit where you're in blue sky and you're above the clouds. And that's the image they're showing me in my third eye right now. So that's the angels saying, if you've been experiencing mind fog, you've been feeling confused, you can't see how things are going to work out, or you just haven't been able to focus, with this week's energy, you should start to feel as if you've popped up above the clouds. So keep asking for guidance. Sometimes even I forget to ask for guidance. I'm like trying to figure something out in my business and I'm doing loads of journaling and you're brainstorming. I love a good brainstorm. And then all of a sudden, if I write the question down, what do I need to know in order to create something new? Or what do I need to know about this situation? Or how can I create something amazing? How can I heal something? The answer will come. But if you don't ask, you're kind of on your own with it until you invite those angels in. Yes, woohoo. Hi, Ali. Where is CQ? You'll have to explain to me. I'm in Australia, obviously. Like I'm a expat UK person who's emigrated to Australia or immigrated. Hi, Kimberly and Teresa and Colleen. Hi, Patricia. Hi. Yes. Okay, beautiful. I'm just making sure because there's so many comments coming in. All right, Archangel Michael, what is it we most need to know? Here we are. So I'm going to pull you 4 cards, listening to my angels. And I'm going to pull you an extra one from the Archangel Michael deck so that he can have, all the say that he needs to say. He's quite a chatty angel, Archangel Michael. Chatty, but to the point. Okay. So your first card out, I have to try and get back to the screen where I can see myself, otherwise I get confused. Okay, so the first card out, this is beautiful. It's Archangel Gabrielle. This is a card about new beginnings overall. The Empress, she's the divine mother, the divine feminine. And it's the fertility, the creativity, the ability to give birth to something new. It doesn't have to be a baby, and nurture it. Archangel Gabrielle is the archangel who, among other things, helps mothers and in parenting, giving birth, getting pregnant, giving birth, and parenting children. And you can apply her gifts and guidance to whatever you're giving birth to. So is it a book? Is it a new business idea? What is it in your life that is ready now to be born? So instead of it all being up here in your head or in your journal, it's now time to act on it. There's never been a better time, right? A gooder time, I was going to say. That's hilarious. So this also promises abundance. So if you're thinking, oh, I can't do this now because, if I spend money on this, it's never going to come back to me. That's scarcity thinking. And Archangel Gabrielle and the Divine Empress, the Divine Mother, teaches us that scarcity doesn't exist in the divine mind. It only exists in the human mind of fear. And when we buy into, if I spend this $100, then it's never coming back to me and I'm going to have less. If we buy into that, we create that, we manifest that reality. But if we recognize and we step into the truth, the spiritual truth, the actual truth of, okay, what I give out comes back to me. Now, it doesn't mean run your credit card bills up. I'm not saying that. But it's about recognizing, am I living in scarcity, or am I living in abundance? And this card is saying abundance. Live in abundance. What you put into you and your future is going to pay you back. It's going to come back in many, many different ways. I always say the universe loves action. And the angels taught me that, because when we activate, when we do something in the physical world to show we have faith, we do our creativity, we ask our angels for help, the universe will meet you halfway. Whereas if you sit, have you noticed, if you sit in stagnation and you suddenly start to feel scarcity, not enoughness coming in, and then it's like you go into reverse, you start losing instead of creating. You're a creative being, and this is what this is saying. It's time to act with creativity on your dreams and plans. So it's time to take action. Now, the block card is the Four of Rafael. I love that we have Rafael. So here we have an emotional card. This is talking about, sometimes very similar to what they were saying. Sometimes we're kind of looking at what we have and it doesn't feel like it's enough. Or we look at what we've been through and it feels sad or shaming or negative. And it's like, oh, you know, that's I guess a stagnation, is that when we sort of focus on the past and what has gone wrong and all of our complaints and, you know, our weaknesses, we create an emotional atmosphere around us, and that emotional atmosphere is it doesn't do anything for creativity. It doesn't invite new energy in. It's not helping you, it's not assisting you. So this is calling for you to seek out new ways of looking at yourself, your situation, and the world. Change direction. If you're spending all your time looking backwards, looking in the rearview mirror, you can't put your energy into going forwards. So it's time to start recognizing the magic of life. And the magic of life comes alive for you when, one, you recognize that you are more than just a physical being having a physical experience, here to work, to live to work, that you are multidimensional, you're a spiritual being, and the universe is actually interacting with you. Two, connect with your angels. They have been given to you. They are your gifts to keep the magic alive in your life. They are here to help you in these times when you feel stuck. They will shift you until your life is unrecognizably better if you just tap into that resource. And then that's what's meant by awakening. Awakening isn't just kind of looking around the world and seeing a few signs or criticizing the government. Being awake fully is about switching on those energetic channels and your intuition, having your third eye open, recognizing that you have the power to overcome any challenge that's in front of you if you work with the universe and your angels and your soul. So here they're saying, be careful of your emotions, that they are not dragging you down right now. Be aware of what you're focusing on and pull yourself back. It's time to seek a new way of doing things. Does that make sense to you? So we've got a girl here and she's sort of contemplating. She's got the dragonfly, which is coming in the corner. I've got to go the other way. The dragonfly it's a symbol for spirit trying to get your attention. I actually saw a red dragonfly this morning. It's like, stop focusing on what's missing and what's not enough. And then we've got Archangel Rafael ready to help you behind you. Rafael is the healing angel. The guidance, I love this so much. So exciting. So Rafael again, a 9 of Rafael. Now, this is the genie, right? The genie is on the beach, he's on the tropical beach, and he's pretty much saying, your dreams can come true. That your dreams will come true. You just need to give them some attention. So remember what we said right at the beginning of this session about the fog is clearing, any sort of mental clutter, any toxic stuff is starting to be able to be shifted now. It's like things are getting loose. you know, and you can start to move them away. Maybe you had to do a deep dive into some grief or sadness or fear or anger in order to acknowledge your true feelings and to recognize something so that you could move on from it. But the key word in there is move on. Move on. You can do it. You know, I remember watching, I love Oprah, right? I've spent my youth pretty much watching Oprah and listening to everything she said. And I remember seeing an interview where there was this girl who'd been really badly burnt in a terrible accident, and her whole face, you know, and she was scarred. She didn't have arms. It was, you know, and she was the most perky, brave, motivated soul. She was just incredible, the way she spoke, the way she was. And she said she gave herself something like 2 minutes of self-pity every day. She allowed herself to feel her feelings, and then she was like, right, what are we going to get on with? And that really motivated me, because I know what it's like to get stuck in, you know, how bad it is, or, you know, what that person said or what that person did. You know, we've all got that inside of us. And true, we do have to acknowledge our true feelings, because that helps us grow. But if we get stuck there, we stagnate. So here, Raphael is saying, never mind all of the, you know, studying what's wrong. What do you want? What do you want to wish for? Let's do a quick, let's put it out there to the angels now. We've got, I can't see how many people we've got online right now. 20 people, 17 people. So put it out there. Archangel Raphael, Archangel Michael, I am ready to manifest something new and beautiful in my life. Please help me to change my focus away from what doesn't serve me. Help me to change my focus away from lack and scarcity and sadness and grief and anger, and to move towards my new beginning. I am willing to acknowledge and love myself through all of my emotions. I accept how I feel, and I allow those emotions and feelings to teach me, but also to move me forward. I am ready now to receive. What do you want to receive? What are you putting out there? Put it in the comments. Let me see. The genie, the magic of life. Yes. Yeah, put it in the comments. Let me know, you know, be brave, put it out there. So your dreams can become a reality. And, you know, I get the sense, and I said this earlier, that people are saying things like, oh, when this is over, when lockdown is over, when this is over, when that is over, that is when I can work on my dreams. But actually, there is no other time except this moment. All we have is now. And the next minute is now. And the next minute is now. So if we don't use these minutes, if we just create a big vacuum and say, okay, I'm not going to manifest anything until I'm out of lockdown or the pandemic is gone or whatever the story is, then you're going to at some point hit kind of a brick wall. You're going to feel like everything is empty, because you are a naturally creative being. That's what manifesting is all about. You don't just manifest, you know, by just writing it and then it appears like a list to center, but you manifest through your energy, through your thoughts, through the vibration that you're putting out, your emotions. So if you want to create joy, now is the time to create joy. We don't have to worry about what today is. We know how we created today. That was from, you know, last month. So we're still in the time of the solstice, you know. So imagine if what you put out now in the next solstice, like I get so confused because I'm from the northern hemisphere and I live in the southern hemisphere. Spring in Australia, by the autumn solstice, you will have the results of what you've been manifesting now. And autumn in the northern hemisphere, by spring, you'll have the results of what you're manifesting now. Cool, hey? So you write it down now and then put a little thing in your calendar to go back and check. The outcome, this is for this week, right? The outcome is confidently moving towards. So we've got 2 Gabrielle cards and 2 Raphael cards. And Gabrielle is the messenger angel and also the very much a motivating angel. Gabrielle really is really great if you're saying, I know I've got to write another chapter in my book. I know I've got to get this thing done and I just don't feel like it, ask Gabrielle to come and nudge you. And then it's just by doing the wishing, the dreaming work, changing your energy, you're going to suddenly know exactly what to do, and you'll be able to do it. So this is by the end of the week. Follow the guidance, and this is your outcome. So it's showing a new energy, confident, enthusiastic, passionate, excited. I'm seeing for some of you a whole kind of new reality, like something that you couldn't have imagined before. So don't get into accepting less than you desire or accepting less than you deserve. One of my little thoughts this morning, one of the things I've been doing since we've been in lockdown here, because I live in a very small town and I'm on a peninsula. So when they said you could only go 5Ks radius, 75% of my 5K radius was in the ocean. So I'm like, I haven't got a canoe, so I'm not doing that. So I have found in the last few weeks 7 different walks that I've never gone on before. And some of them are incredible, like the nature, the things that I've seen. Now, I have lived here for 7 years and I'd never found those walks before. I'd just been doing the same 3 walks the whole time, and I go a bit mad when I'm bored. So I got the thought this morning, it just shows you that you shouldn't say thank you. Now, this is simple, but we have to look at it properly. When you're saying, oh, I wish I could have a change, oh, but I should just be grateful for what I've got right now, what you're actually doing is a spiritual bypass, and you're ignoring the intuitive urge from within that's saying it's time for a change, it's time for something new, because you're using gratitude as a way of justifying staying stuck. So the angels taught me this ages ago. It's like, don't say thank you for things that you're not really grateful for. Now, it's okay to say, I'm very appreciative that, I've got these things. I'm very appreciative of this being in my life, but I can tell it's time for a change. So where are you justifying something that really isn't right, and you're using, oh, I should be grateful, I should just be grateful for what I've got, where are you justifying? Where in actual fact, you need to be listening to what your intuition is saying, and your intuition might be saying, you just need to approach it differently, do something different, expand, go to therapy, look for new ways of doing it. It might not mean a complete breakaway, but it might also mean a complete breakaway. And this is how we dim and erode our intuition, because when something comes out that we feel uncomfortable about, we just squish it down with like, oh no, I shouldn't be thinking that. Oh, I should just be grateful. Oh, I should be just compassionate. Maybe that person's treating me badly because they've had a hard time in life. But in actual fact, you should be listening, because you can have both things at the same time. You can say, I appreciate this, but I also know it's time for a change. Make sense? Making sense? Okay, it's not showing me the comments. Yeah, do you do a lot of that, Lara? Yes, so stop it. And you can say, I am grateful for this, but I have a feeling there's something more for me. Remember, you're creative, always expanding, always growing. That's what life is about. Rosalie, is this your wish? Moving forward with love and abundance. Okay, so do you mean in your business? Kimberly, retirement with wealth. Yes. I like how succinct you are, Kimberly. Retirement with wealth. So when you're putting that wish out to the angels, little tip, say how much wealth you want, because if you're retiring and you know how much you need to live on, so tell them this or something better, right? Tell them, but you can be exact with the angels and the universe. Maureen, to receive all the good in life. So you too can say more specifically what that means to you, because the good in life for me might be completely different for you. Having a baby and connecting with my children. Yes, that's very creative. Cara, new clients and my gifts enhanced. So how many more clients do you need, Cara? Laura, having a baby and connecting with my children. Yes, exciting. Babies bring abundance, I've learned. I've learned from some amazing entrepreneur leaders, the babies bring abundance. Double my income. Yes, that's it. Holding the vision. So when you're putting out to the universe and the angels, you are saying what you want rather than, am I allowed it or is it going to happen? Because the angels teach us that the future is not written in stone, and you can manifest. You can manifest what you want. And we just have to detach from how it comes, right? Yeah. Okay, so the final card, finally, is an Archangel Michael card, and this is a clue as to something that you have to release. So whenever we call something in, we sometimes hit a block that is stopping us from receiving it, and it's an internal block. It's an internal emotion. It's something we're holding on to that tells us that we don't deserve it. And here Archangel Michael's giving you the clue. He's saying it's guilt. Now, guilt is the lowest energy of all. I've been an energy therapist for 18 years, and whenever I've worked with people who are carrying guilt and shame, it's like thick black sludge. It's so heavy, but the angels can remove it for you. So here the Archangel Michael is asking you to see yourself the way the angels see you, and that will renew your life. You will feel energized, revitalized in every way, to see yourself as not someone who's guilty or bad or wrong. See yourself through the eyes of love and compassion, and recognize that in truth, you're innocent. We carry so much guilt sometimes about things that are mistakes, and in actual fact, our soul hasn't done anything wrong. We've just made a mistake, and mistakes are about learning and growing. So see yourself through the eyes of love and drop the judgment, and that will open the gates for all that abundance and the good things that are coming to you, the things that you have been wishing for. I want to see some more wishes. People, don't be afraid. Put it out there, and don't believe that thing that if other people know your wish, it's not going to come true. Like, that's just a fairy tale that we're told when we're blowing candles out, and it's not true. I manifested my dream car a few years ago by sitting with a friend, discussing it, and we both visualized it, and within like 48 hours I'd found it and I had it. It was at the time, I've got another car now, which was my next dream car. And because if two or more people come together and hold that vision, wow, things happen much more quickly. Hi, Dominique. Step into my full power. Beautiful. 2 clients, 1-year contract, both to start. Yes, brilliant, Cara. I will sell at auction this weekend to create my new life. You're selling your home, Tracy? My intuition is shifting you in change. Yes. So stepping into your power, what does that mean, Dominic? What does that actually look like? What does that sound like? What does that mean to you? What will happen when you step into your power? Financial freedom. Yes, Sally. Yes. Can I recommend, have you read We Should All Be Millionaires by Rachel Rodgers? Oh my gosh. It's just so enlightening. And even though she's in America and I'm in Australia, it's still the same, how women need to find power through financial freedom, and her story is amazing, and what she teaches is amazing. I also recommend Chillpreneur by Denise Duffield Thomas. Both of those women, amazing leaders for guiding us into financial freedom as women, and knowing that we deserve it, and men. But there's a discrepancy, like there's a gap. So what does financial freedom mean to you, Ali? You don't have to write it down, but what does that mean? How much a year would give you financial freedom? Kyla, I'm a writer, teacher, and camellia in Alice Springs. Yes, love how clear that is. Yes, you are a successful writer, teacher, and camellia in Alice Springs. Yeah. Releasing my personal training clients so I can fully be in my life coaching. Yes, brilliant. Brilliant. Holding that vision for Dominic and Kyla and Ali and Cara, Tracy. Yeah. There you go. So, and remember, do a little healing on guilt, releasing guilt. And if you're feeling that you're ready for a shift and you're carrying too much emotional energy, or you feel blocked, or you just don't feel motivated, or you can't see what the vision is to even ask for it, join the Awaken Your Soul Gifts program. It starts October. It's only a week away, October 5th. And it's a 4-week program, but it's an immersion. So by the end of the 4 weeks, you'll have gone through a huge transformation. And go over and read the testimonials on the page, because people who were felt lost when they came in left knowing exactly what to do. Big changes. It's powerful. It's not just it's live and interactive. It's a powerful program. Okay, so I'm going to pull a couple of cards for individuals before I finish up. So we will just go another 5 or so minutes. So who would like to ask a question? So somebody asked about Ali. I need to know that my daughter will be safe with her move and new job. I'm worried about that, and so is she. Needs to be in a safe place to live. Okay, let me just grab another deck of cards. Oh, no, I'm going to use the Archangel Michael deck, because that's quite... So remember as well, Ali, I know it's really difficult, especially when someone is going through something, or you're going through something, is that worry is a negative prayer. So try to limit how much you're worrying and turn your worries into prayers by saying, dear angels, please help me with this. Now, obviously you need to ask Archangel Michael straight away to protect your daughter, and to guide, smoothly guide this change in her life. He is the angel that helps us with courage to make changes, protection, absolute ultimate protection, and also by guiding you through big life changes because it feels like she's just going through a really big life change. And so yourself, when you're going through something, if someone says to me, oh, are you okay? I kind of feel diminished. But if you sort of like see your daughter as powerful, see her as on the other side of this challenge, that's probably the biggest gift you could give. So that's exactly what the angels are saying. They're repeating exactly what I just said. So use your imagination and you'll see the answer is the card. Now she's leaving something behind, and she needs to act with speed and decisiveness, but also to surround herself with angels and ask Archangel Michael to be there protecting every step of the way. She doesn't need a permission slip. She just needs to step forward, because when you take one step, all the other doors start to open. But if you just, don't move because of fear, those doors can't open yet. So visualize. I can remember when I left a very difficult situation about, 2008. I was in a relationship that wasn't very nice, and I had to get away, and and I just kept visualizing myself in a nice peaceful house. I didn't know where I was going. I just next to the water, my dogs were happy, and that got me through just pulling out and leaving. So you need to just visualize the other side of it instead of thinking of all the scary things that could go wrong. All right. And no matter where she lands next, that's just going to open doors for the next and the next. It's just important that she leaves. Right. Okay. Thank you for asking. I'm just trying to see a question there, guys. So is anyone asking for a question that's a nice, simple one to ask the angels? Question super important. Okay, I can't find your question. Will I gain share or soul guardianship of my niece who is 13 and coming to live with me? Will I gain? So remember, Selena, hold the vision of what you want. What do you want? What would you like? Because the future's not written in stone. So rather than going, will I, Make an affirmation. I now have custody of my niece and all is well and safe. And angels, please guide me as to how that can come about, because angel messages are prescriptive, not predictive. What's the point of everything being written in stone? We have to take our responsibility for what happens to us. So you need to now put out exactly for what you want. That's what you're manifesting right now, Selena. Archangel Michael is giving you the protection card. So this card is about protecting you, your niece, your home, your loved ones. And he's letting me know that this situation is protected and safe. So you're doing the right thing, and you just need to stay, you know, I can see you like the fierce goddess, the fierce mother, right? You can see the vision. You're not going to take no for an answer. You're not all like, oh, I don't know if it's going to happen. You are a fierce mama bear, right? And you are looking after that niece of yours, and you are not taking no for an answer. And keep asking Archangel Michael to help you and infuse you with courage when you feel not courageous. All right, one more. I'd really love all of you to come and do the Awaken Your Soul Gifts program, because one of the things that we teach is how to ask questions to the angels in the universe so that you get the guidance that you need. I feel like I need to do a whole masterclass on this, but I do a lesson on it in Awaken Your Soul Gifts, because what we ask makes a difference. Am I making sense? Like, you know, it's not like just give the monkey a peanut, right? I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in really helping. So I'm guessing that your question, Cheryl, is you would like guidance about financial assistance. Is that what you're saying about your finances? Go forward fearlessly. This is another Archangel Michael card. And gorgeous Archangel Michael is holding this orb of light. And this is about trust. It's also about connecting in with how you think about money, how you think about your finances. Like when you know, if you get a piece of paper right now, get an A4 piece of paper and write down everything that you believe about money and you and your ability to have money. Just write down all of those beliefs, and that will show you what your current mindset is. Mindset is everything when it comes to attracting money, creating money, manifesting money, but also actually going out and getting it, how to get it. So Archangel Michael's helping you to get over some difficult times, and the courage to ask for more, and the courage to make the inner changes from your mindset around finances. So, I mean, are you in Australia, Cheryl? You know that you can go to any neighborhood center and they have free financial counselors, who are pretty amazing. For some practical advice, I would say read The Barefoot Investor, and also, you know, get into changing that mindset. I love how Archangel Michael is holding this this sort of bowl of gold. It's like, you know, you need to be a container for what's coming to you. And if you feel bad, you feel negative, or you're angry with money, or you're angry about something that happened in the past, or you're sad or scared or depressed, we kind of leak and our container isn't strong. So the universe tries to bring it to us and we kind of repel it because we're saying, oh, I don't really deserve it, or I'm really scared of it, or I don't even like it. So this is about you changing, making a change to your mindset, cancelling all of those negative beliefs and saying, I deserve, I deserve, I deserve. Okay. Yeah, it's 100%. It's the way you ask and what you ask. If you believe that your future is set in stone, you're not, you're holding yourself back, and because it is not. And if you believe your future is set in stone, no wonder you feel powerless, because you feel like life is happening to you and you've got no power over it. So you say things like, will this happen? Will that happen? And you go into fear and worry and anxiety, and you think about all the terrible things that could happen because you don't feel like you've got any control over them. Whereas if you recognize, okay, I co-create, then I can make changes. Yeah. So I'm sending you a lot of love. I know that everyone is feeling a bit churned up at the moment. Everyone's got big changes going on. But I promise you, if you follow the guidance and you remember to ask for your angels' help, and you set an intention, set an intention that the next 6 months are going to be abundant and joyful and easy and peaceful, and surprises are going to come in that are going to help you out. That is what you'll create, and if you sit in, I'm stuck, I'm worried, it's always going to be this way, and there's no way of changing it, it's all a disaster, it's one thing after another, then you create more of that. And it's just a little bit nicer to be in your body if you're expecting better things. But lots of love, and see you at the Awaken Your Soul Gifts. If you would like to go over to my website, it's rachelscoltock.com. I'll put the link in. There's a free angel meditation library there. You can listen to any angel meditations, lots of blogs on connecting with your angels, lots of information there, and you can sign up to my newsletter and receive some angel love every week. Okay, angel blessings. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time. I'll see you at 5 o'clock for the Angel Monday live on Instagram. See ya.